Welcome back to Andertons TV.
Hello.
Danish Pete and me in the saddle again. And I.
I would like, correct. May I please have?
Showing you some more product that's being announced at the NAMM show. I imagine it is NAMM Relentless at the moment.
Yeah,
your YouTube feed is...
Careful with that.
I know, I did think that.
Yeah, you think.
Anyway, today's video, or this particular video, is on some new products from Blackstar called the IDX Floor Series.
Should I hold this one up?
Yeah,
let's
3
do that.
products. You may remember one of the most popular videos that we did in 2025 was...
I don't even remember.
was we were messing around doing a shootout with the IDX when it first launched. And you might remember we made some suggestions off the back of that shootout for Blackstar to change some things so that we would like it more, and they did, and it was great. And lots of people loved how Blackstar responded to our feedback. Anyway, these are the floor versions of those amps, including, I should say, some of the feedback that we gave them has been taken into account on the presets and the way these work. So 3 models.
Yeah. Small,
a 1,
medium, a large.
A 1, yes.
A 2.
And a 3.
Yeah, makes sense with the name, really, doesn't it?
Exactly the same DSP and functionality in terms of how you would create sounds and what you'll get out of them. Just as you can see, the bigger you go, the more switches you get. And there's a slight difference as well there's a couple more ins and outs on the back of the big one.
So this is essentially the amp in this pedal board.
Well,
why has nobody done that before?
There's no amp in it.
No, I'm saying, but this is the IDX, but just without the speaker and a power amp, but in here.
I think didn't Fender do that with Mustang Floor? But whatever.
Did they?
So these 2 products are the same. Let me see if I can do this
I think it's a great idea.
For Taylor here. That and that is the same. One just has an expression pedal on the side.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah. And then the big one's obviously got more stuff.
Has that press an input-output on that one?
These are going to be in stock on the day of release. If you love it so much, just want to go buy one, links will be below. And they are going to be $169, $219, and he said looking at the floor, $279. So really competitively priced.
Yeah.
And in this video, you're going to hear the bulk of it through the stereo outs and straight into our interface. And then we're hearing it using some Blackstar FRFR cabs, which have also been launched today. And at some point in this video, we'll try and give you some room noise of what these sound like as well, because these are well priced too.
Yeah, they are.
Right, Mr. Pete.
Mr. Lee.
So it's just like IDX, okay?
Yeah.
It's like a multi-effects unit as well. So these are your patches. You can go up and down through your banks, so you can access 99 different presets from here. Each of those, you're going to choose a preamp voice like you do on the amp. In fact, it's going to manual mode. To choose a preamp voice. Each preamp voice has 3 options, 2 guitar amp options, and then a bass or an acoustic option. You can change, again, the power amp valve emulations that are on here. Dial it in as you would normally dial it in, including noise gate, resonance, and presence here. You can then add a pre-effect, so that would be like a distortion pedal or a compressor or something, a modulation, a delay, and a reverb, all of which you can choose a type program. And that's basically...
I mean, the big screens freaks you out like a QC or something, or like that kind of thing. It couldn't get more simple than that.
I think so what they've done here, fun enough, that was something I noticed straight away. It's a really small screen. Is that a good thing because it gives you more real estate than to have real knobs and switches on it? Or is it like, oh, it's a bit small, isn't it? If you're watching this going, do you know what, the screen's a bit small, you just use the editor, connect it via USB. It's not Bluetooth, but via USB.
It's not inside anymore, though.
It's cab rig. Yeah. And obviously then you'll see a more traditional screen.
Yeah. I like this layout, man. It's not confusing.
So, what do you want to do? Do you want to do... Should we do the fatal mistake of going through presets?
Oh, that's just a dangerous thing, isn't it? It's always a dangerous thing.
And then criticising whoever made the presets.
Yeah.
Let's do that, and then we'll make our own.
Let's just have a couple, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We heard
this was the first one. Oh, there's a lot. What's that called? Crunch Blues. Nice. Nothing wrong with that. Is there any gate on here? Yeah, that's all right. It's a thing, but it's something. Oh. It's Arena Lead. I haven't got my glasses
Arena
on.
Grande.
Where are you playing tonight? I'm playing in Arena Grande.
So what else? I didn't tell you about, actually, if you opt for one of these ones with an expression pedal, you can nice and easily toggle whether or not you want the expression pedal to be a volume control, a wah, or to custom assign it to control one of the other parameters.
Two different wahs as well, right?
Yeah.
And post and pre-volume.
Yeah, there's also some really cool stuff to do with touching and holding one of these, which we'll come to in a minute. But let's keep going through.
Sounds good in here because we're in stereo thing.
I'm going to just give credit where credit's due. I haven't heard a bad preset yet.
No.
And that's unusual. Normally, if you're 4 presets into one of these things, you're lucky if you've heard a good one yet. And I haven't heard a bad one yet. So, and I don't necessarily, I'm just saying, I'm not necessarily saying...
And it's not because there's anybody in the room here with this guy looking at it like this.
And I'm not necessarily saying it's the best multi-effects unit I've ever heard. But what I mean is the presets have been dialed in well.
Yeah.
It's like they're not over the top. It sounds decent.
What's the next one here?
Indie Crunch.
It's got that mid-range indie stuff. What is this?
Fuzz.
Enjoying that.
It's probably worth chucking a couple of screenshots of what the editor looks like now, because I believe it edits like the Beam does. So it's graphically really interesting and very familiar. And I think there'll be elements of this, particularly I'm looking at things like cab rig, where I think you'll want to see graphical representations of cabs and microphones and mic placement that'll be much harder to do on the tiny little screen here. But yeah, that's free. Just you can USB this up to your computer and then save everything you do back to
Can we just check? Can we just check?
It's got to be C.
USB-C.
A few.
And full big MIDI on that.
Yeah, full big MIDI.
Yeah, big MIDI.
Should we make a patch?
Yeah, let's do it.
That sort of shows then how you build things and all that stuff. So just find anything that we're going to write over.
Oh! I just want to not confuse myself by thinking that all of them are good. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get it. You're trying to find the bad one. Point out that the FRFR cap sounds good. All right, it sounds.
I'm interested. But I was talking to the designer.
Laughing at me because I'm
prior to this. These are super affordable FRFR cabs, right? So I'm not expecting anything crazy. The smaller one is $289. The bigger one is $339. It's a 12-inch speaker in both. Slightly smaller cabinet, slightly less output on that side. Bigger cabinet, bit more this side. Whatever. What was interesting is the bit I don't like about FRFR cabs is too much bass and too much treble.
Yeah.
I'm not hearing the too much treble thing as much on these. And talking to the designer, interestingly, it's stay with me here. It hasn't got a separate high frequency driver, like a tweeter or a horn. Like
what's the speaker? It's called a wizard.
And it's not dual concentric either. It's called a wizard design, and that just means there's an additional, like a collar on that goes around the dust cap.
Yeah.
And it just adds a bit of high end, but not an insane amount of high end.
Yeah.
You could. My question then is, well, is it still really a true FRFR cab if it's not?
Maybe that's why it sounds good then.
Yeah, but what I feel like what it really is it's just like a normal guitar cab with more top end, like rather than a PA cabinet.
Well, what does Laney use, for instance? Is that like a?
I think that's got a tweeter in it. I think it's got a tweeter.
I don't know. Does it?
Yeah, I think it does.
Right.
Anyway, look, So that's what you're hearing.
Maybe that's why
separate.
Maybe that's why I like
Let's build
more.
something. So I have turned all the effects off and gone into manual mode. All right. So that means essentially wherever we dial these is what you're going to hear. So I guess let's start down here with clean, warm. Maybe we will have a little bit of reverb. Otherwise, it's going to sound terribly dry. Okay. So we're in manual mode, and this is clean, warm. Oh yeah, put the reverb. Yeah.
Sounds all right already.
You've got the two versions of the amp in each. That does sound all right. Clean, bright. I like that St. James so far.
Really good.
I'll whiz through the rest, but I'm going to come back to that St. James to build the patch over.
So these are all Blackstar amps. No, I'm not a fan of that one. What
I meant was that they're not all Blackstar amps.
Oh no,
so
okay.
So this is Blackstar's version of a dual rec.
Yeah. Oh right. But I'm not a dual rec guy.
Series one. Okay, so you got everything from clean to high gain. So we're going to go back to the crunch one in its, what did I say it was? St. James EL34. Cab rig wise,
sounds good.
We've got a 412 with a little bit of room blended in by the looks of things, and whatever an ITR mic is.
This is.
Cab rig's got tons in there, right? So I think we'll just, and without the editor connected, it's hard to show you, but we'll leave it on the 4x12. It sounds fine. Let's dive into the reverb first. So the default screen shows me that we've got a whole reverb selected, size 5, and then the mix level.
It's my shoes off.
If I press the type, it takes me to a screen where I can choose the type of effect. Obviously, we're in reverb, so I've got some different kinds of reverbs here. And then I believe, so the page is going to toggle through the parameters. So the first page has the size and the mix. The second page has the tone and a wide option, which in stereo will use that. So that's reverb. And generally speaking, well, actually, what would I would have a plate normally, but I don't know. The whole.
I like the whole. Nice decay.
I think I like the whole better.
Yeah, that's good. I'm enjoying this.
Yeah, what I didn't do, which I normally would, is I wouldn't normally go EL84s as my sort of output valves of choice, but that's what you've been hearing. Let me just change that and see if you prefer. One.
Again. They all sound okay. I mean, I like the 6L6 or the 34s. But
we'll leave the 6L6. Right. I'm going to go backwards, I think. So, or am I? No, let's start pre-effects. Okay, so pre-effects, we turn it on. We've got the same idea here. So we can elect types of, there's a lot of these. So this will be where all your, let me see, drive, fuzz, compressor, envelope filter, auto wah, OG fuzz. So again, choose your, I don't like a TS. Is
that a bit louder? lots of reverb.
That's probably, do you want me to turn that down a bit?
A little bit.
I'll turn the mix down on it slightly.
You're just a reverb guy.
I think that's kind of like, as far as pre-effects is concerned, there's a tube screamer, nothing wrong with that.
Sounds great.
So, and obviously what's nice is, I guess on competing products, what you've often got to do is go into some sort of global foot switch menu and go, oh, I want this foot switch to turn this effect off or whatever. What's quite nice on here is just the simplicity of that's it. That's the one purpose of this switch is to turn the
that on.
That's all it will ever do.
Yeah. And you can have a little sticker on when you say tube screamer if that's what you're using it for, overdrive or whatever.
Okay,
it's
let's
not rocket science.
Turn that off, put some modulation on. What have we got in here? We've...
Harmonious trem.
Okay, credit where credit's due. That's quite an advanced feature in the sense of you wouldn't normally find that on other than more expensive and sophisticated, but some clever bean for modulation, delay and reverb has simply said it that if you hold the corresponding one of these down, it maxes the effect out. So I don't know what you can program in the but the default setting is you set it sort of subtle, and then you hold it and it goes. But I thought the tremolo one is a great one because that's kind of got that Leslie.
Yeah, and especially with that harmonic.
Do the chord again.
Christ.
Fair play.
Do that.
Credit where credit. Oh yeah, we can do it to the reverb too.
Sorry, I just had to
it's fine.
Noodle.
Overdrive doesn't do it. Anyway, that's that. And then delay. We've got lots of different shimmers.
There's something about stereo, man. Stereo is always amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Stereo just gets me every time. Oh.
There we go. So let's save that just for the sake of saving it, and it. I don't know what I'm doing now.
And you save it on here, right?
One of these.
No, then you choose which one.
Could be. Fine. Happy days. So that's saved in there. You can name them. I don't know. I'm guessing you have to have the editor to name them because I can't see anywhere on here to edit them. I did just want to show the wah. Let's
do it.
Oh, of course, red means it's ready to go, but not on, doesn't it? So toe press. And there's, like I say, there's volume as well.
And there's two different wahs, wasn't there? There was a modern and a vintage.
Yeah, and the volume can be assigned to be a pre or a post volume as well.
Dude, for simplicity-wise, in a world of big screens on everything.
Yeah, do you know what? I think there's space for everything. There's going to be people out here that enjoy editing on the screen. They like the touchscreen thing. People that... This reminds me a bit more like Boss ME90 kind of thing. It's a little bit like you can see where the knobs are, you can see where the switches are. Doesn't require, there's certainly, I think there's a lot of devices now where having a screen isn't really an option. Like you've got to have the screen if you want to use the device properly. This absolutely feels like if you never plug this into your computer, you will still get 90% of the functionality out of it.
And it sounds good.
So all of them have an input, then they have a specific 2 amp output. So that's the default cabinet emulation off output. So if you just wanted to run it like a pedal board into the front of your amplifier, you would use that one. The default is that cab rig is on for the sort of these outputs. But you can, again, in the editor, switch that off. So if you'd like to, for some reason, run the DI outs with no cab emulation on it because you want to run it into a different cab emulation you can. So
and they've got proper big ones.
Yeah, so anybody sitting there going, oh, what can I just use this into a guitar amplifier as a pedal board? Yes, use the 2 amp output.
How much more did this cost to buy that and one of them than it would buy to buy an IDX? I mean, you wouldn't get a pedal board with the IDX.
Well, that's a good one actually.
Because I would think I would prefer to buy it like this.
Well, the basic IDX 50 is the same price as this, isn't it? So,
and then you'd have to,
I don't know that that's.
I think this is such a good idea.
Right.
Anyway,
so
because I'm simple.
Simple
Jack.
If I turn, in fact, we'll do a little sweep over here, but you can see each amp has got volume, bass, middle, treble, and presence. I think that's literally it, isn't it? There's no other jiggery pokery going on. They are a closed back ported amp with a little sort of tilt back leg on it. So if I turn mine down, and we'll now just hear the room sound of Pete's one.
And I can turn it up down here because I want it a little bit louder.
You can indeed.
This is about 1 o'clock and everything is at 12 o'clock. Noel, if you're watching this video.
If there's one person watching this, I can guarantee will not be buying anything in this video. It's Noel Gallagher.
Or maybe he will. I mean, he played a Valve State, for God's sake. On,
really?
Yeah, he's used that on one of the massive hits. Which?
Come on, Noel.
He was in
on a scale of 1 to 10.
Show,
what are the chances of this kind of gear being used?
Can you imagine?
Next,
I can imagine. I mean, why not?
Never happening.
Why not?
This is not his thing, is it? Anyway, sorry.
He doesn't like knobs and buttons. But you know what? This sounds good. Bigger one, same sound.
Go back to your one.
I'm just turning it on. It sounds bigger, that one. It's bigger box than it's... Really?
I think it sounds...
It's where you're sitting, isn't it?
Well, a lot of it is that. Yeah. I think it sounds bigger, but it also, for me, reinforces some of the things about FRFR that I don't like.
Right.
Like I was actually going, do you know what? I actually think the bass end on the smaller one is more like how a guitar amp really sounds in the real world. Anyway,
I like this wizard thing going on.
I apologise in advance that it's very difficult on YouTube to capture how FRFR cabs sound.
In a room,
so you have to take my word for it. But this might be easier
to mic up, actually, because it doesn't have a dual concentric thing and it doesn't have a tweeter in it.
Yeah, true.
So anyway, it's probably easier to mic that up.
I sort of feel like we've covered everything. I mean, it did have MIDI. I don't know if we mentioned that.
Yeah, this one has got man MIDI.
Yeah, it didn't have any form of Bluetooth for streaming or anything, but it does have a line input if you want to do it like that.
Can it be used as a recording device into your DW? There you go.
USB interface as well.
Yeah.
That's great, man.
I like it, the simplicity of it.
It comes with the power supply, really, proper sturdy metal.
Piece of metal.
Fair play. It's not a bad little contender, that one, I think, for your money when you are shopping for this sort of thing.
And these are good. These sounds good. I'd like to do a shootout with this and most at some point, because I'm not a fan of them, but as...
You can be completely mix and matchy with brands with FRFR cabs. You did nothing. Blackstar FRFR cab, different brand of multi-effects, whatever. That's all fine. Yeah. It's all mix and matchy.
But people improve all the time and bringing new stuff out is exciting. So,
well,
hey, we are in LA right now, Lee.
We are.
The sun is shining.
And if you see us, please stop and say hi.
Absolutely.
Because we love it. Links below for all the products you've seen in this video. This guitar is a Fender Lux Vintage something.
Yeah.
Fender, it's really
Ultra
nice.
Lux Vintage.
Lux. That's it. That's the one.
It's yours, man. You should know what it is.
Anyway, I've been Lee. That's Pete. See you next time. Au revoir.
Cheerio.